Welcome. Thank you for lending an ear to the Voice of the Times for Wednesday, July 13, 2022. For today's editorial, a prudent reevaluation. Although the move was not entirely unexpected due to steps that had been taken in the waning days of the Duterte administration, we nevertheless have to give a thumbs up to President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s decision to re-examine several large-scale infrastructure funding proposals with the Chinese government. Over the weekend, President Marcos directed the Department of Transportation or DOTR to look into renegotiating 3 aborted loan agreements with China for key rail projects. The projects, which include the Subic-Clark Railway Project, the Philippine National Railways or PNR South Long Haul Project, and the Davao-Digos segment of the Mindanao Railway Project or MRP, were supposed to have been funded as part of the astonishing $24 billion in investment pledges former President Duterte claimed to have obtained during his first visit to China in 2016, but have yet to see the light of day. The 3 projects were the subject of a 275 billion peso loan package the government had applied for in 2018 with China's Export-Import Bank or SECSHIM, broken down into 142 billion pesos for the PNR project, 51 billion pesos for the Subic-Clark Railway, and approximately 82 billion pesos for the first phase of the Mindanao Railway. The DOTR had gone so far as to award contracts for the PNR project to a consortium of China Railway Group Limited, China Railway No. 3 Engineering Group Company Limited, and China Railway Engineering Consulting Group Company Limited, but the start of the project remains stalled. Likewise, the Mindanao Railway project was to have started construction in the first half of this year, but a combination of absent funding and the COVID-19 pandemic has kept that work from getting off the ground. Under conditions set by the former administration, the loan application would only be valid until May 31 of this year, and if not acted upon by SECSHIM by that date, would be deemed cancelled. When May 31 came and went with no response from SECSHIM, then Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III canceled the application in order to leave the matter to the incoming Marcos administration. This was appropriate as it ensured that all options on how to proceed are open to the new government. President Marcos' choice, which is essentially to go back to square one and negotiate new funding arrangements, was likewise appropriate. One thing that should be emphasized, however, is several credible authorities such as Albay Representative Jose Maria Clemente Joey Salceda and Deputy House Speaker Rufus Rodriguez have already stressed that those negotiations should not be with China alone. China has provided significant infrastructure development assistance in the past several years and does not offer a formidable package of financial and technical resources, but it is not the only development partner that can make that claim. In terms of rail development, in fact, China might be at a disadvantage. The Asian Development Bank or ADB, in coordination with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, recently approved $4.3 billion in funding on every accommodating terms for the southern half of the North-South Commuter Rail Project, which was a follow-up to the $2.8 billion in funding already implemented for the northern part of the route. The most recent noteworthy contribution of China, on the other hand, was the so-called Dalian trains, intended for the upgrade of the Metro Rail Transit Line 3 or MRT3. Those train sets, which have been here since 2015, are still so riddled with technical shortcomings that they are almost entirely unusable. There is also the financial aspect to consider. As noted, multilateral institutions such as the ADB and JICA, as well as others such as the World Bank, can offer easy terms that minimize the costs of any debts incurred. Something that SECSHIM, or China's own multilateral development bank, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank or AIIB, may be unwilling or unable to match, particularly in the current high interest rate environment. And of course, geopolitical issues that involve China but not other potential partners will also likely to be a factor in any decision. Reevaluating the Philippines' requirements and options is exactly what the government should be doing right now. It is conceivable the analysis might still lead to China being deemed the best option, but if that is the case, we can at least be assured that the choice was thoroughly studied and properly made. And that's the editorial for Wednesday, July 13, 2022. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print. Subscribe to its digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And listen to the Voice of the Times.
Our longest trusted English newspaper since 1898. Now available digitally. Computer. Order the Manila Times Digital Edition. Subscribed. Get the Manila Times Digital Edition for less than 2 pesos and 50 centavos per day when you sign up for 1 year. The Manila Times, news source of choice, trusted since 1898.